Hello, hello. This is Annie. I'm going to do a tarot reading for Gemini Collective. Whatever Spirit wants to say, we shall receive. So we're calling in the Divine One, consciousness, and opening ourselves up to what our souls want to tell us, higher selves, spirit guides, archetypes, angels, the whole deal. Please give us a message for Gemini. All right, so current situation. Strength for you. All right, so you're feeling pretty strong. Whoa. Leo energy, maybe that's signifying the moon coming up. Ooh, Four of Wands crossing. Feeling really strong. Maybe issues of commitment, maybe issues of twin flame. Chariot, there is a lot of balance going on within. A lot of balance. There might be this kind of King of Wands energy in the recent past in your life, kind of passionate and heartbreak with maybe the King of Wands, but you are very strong through it. I am getting so twin flame programming. Guys, twin flame programming. Twin flame programming to awaken you to yourself. All these programs, are they all here to awaken us? That is a question. But eventually we rise above it all. We rise above the programs. We rise above even the energies of the planets, because they are all us, guiding us to us. It's a little game. It's a little video game. Let's not take it too seriously, but it looks like you are. I think you've really feel betrayed by this person. But you're really working hard. You might be focusing on work and like letting this go, or doing the work to heal, okay? Because there's a lot of balancing going on, but there's a lot of confusion in your environment, a lot of confusion in this relationship. There has definitely been some heartbreak for you, and you're really sick of the juggling. You just kind of want the juggling to end. You want to integrate... You want to integrate these energies. I think you want this partner of yours to stop being wishy-washy. A King of Wands energy can be very much like a lot of passion, but maybe not as much stability as like the King of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Prince of Wands is definitely that kind of energy of in and out, like passionate beginnings that have no follow through. Okay, so I feel like this person is changing your world. It's teaching you to up level into a new reality. This whole dynamic, I feel like you're in a twin flame dynamic, or in, I mean, this could be, for some of you, this could be a false twin, okay? Because we have the Four of Wands crossing, and it's just a karmic relationship. For some of you, this is a twin flame relationship. There's been betrayal. There's a lot of passion in this relationship, but it's causing you to balance out, move away. I think that you are in... There's not a lot of signs that you've moved away, but you're working really hard to balance out this situation. There's a lot of balance going on, but you have been heartbroken, okay, by this energy that's in and out, can't decide. There hasn't been integration. There hasn't been a balancing out, and you're working on balancing out your own energies within to move into a new cycle of awareness. Okay, you've been catapulted into a new cycle, okay? And you're really, really strong through this, okay? Roles can be reversed, by the way, if you're resonating on the other way around. That's a thing. Aloneness. Yeah, you're really being strong. I do think that there probably is a separation where you are alone, but it's giving you the strength. It's you're strong in your aloneness, and you're seeing the strength of being whole and complete within yourself. It's bringing you strength instead of leaning on this other person for your happiness, which has proved to you that proven to you that they aren't making you happy, and that no one and anything from the outside can. You know, I think you're learning that lesson. Yeah, so you're letting go of this person, you're moving on, maybe letting go of your twin flame for right now, or you're letting go of what? Am I crazy? Oh, I keep flipping this one around. That's hilarious. You're letting go of this person, or you might even be letting go of the whole twin flame concept. I mean, it's kind of like, fuck this, you know? Why am I even worried about this? You know, there's been betrayal, and that's good. It's part of the thing. It's just letting go and allowing your soul to do what it wants to do, to awaken you to itself, you know? In that aloneness is where you reveal yourself to yourself, that you are a limitless being full of possibility and magic in the whole thing, and that you want to create and expand love, which goes beyond the boundaries of the old relationship template. You know, this is all learning, okay? There is a playfulness to you still, Gemini. It hasn't been taken away. I almost feel like there's a willingness for you to play this balancing game. You've seen the imbalance from the external world, and I almost feel like you're up for playing the game. This card really wanted to come out. Yeah, this person, this energy, which has been magnificent, you know, full of passion, has really led you to a state of meditation and going inside and moving into an observer place where you are revealing yourself to yourself. This person is revealing you through this heartbreak, through this betrayal, through this like just confusion from the outside world. It's making you go inside, making you realize your inner child, making you realize that the void, the nirvana, the space within, that is all. That this person is essentially you and aspects of you. And that it's not a thing. It's not a thing. You know? But wow, pretty clear reading. Oh yeah. So, you know, you're striving for harmony. You know, in this state of heartbreak, there is no harmony to be had, but it's leading you in a place of inner harmony. And you also know that in order for this relationship to function, it needs to be balanced and harmonious. You know, and that has all to do with going inside and creating harmony within your internal self. And as you develop that harmony and that peace, that'll manifest itself outside, because everything outside is you. So once you acknowledge that this person is an aspect of you, and not blame it, not separate yourself from it, but embody it, you create a harmony from within. Use this as a lesson, because even the betrayal has been set up by you, by your soul, for your awakening. So you're moving beyond the illusion of victim consciousness, that this is happening to you, of getting angry at your soul, of getting angry at God, and really allowing yourself to take responsibility for this is all for your greater good, for your awakening, so that you can see that you are a magnificent divine essence being. Yeah, you're moving into like kind of the ordinary things, going back into your work, staying true to yourself. Yeah, doing things for yourself. But there is definitely I almost want to say there, it could be like when you look on the outside, you cling. When you look in the external environment, you start to cling. When you go inside, you feel pretty free, pretty playful, and pretty harmonious. You're getting the bigger picture. You're really realizing that you're living in an illusion, and that all that's real is love. And love makes itself known in different ways so that you can explore true love, really. So it breaks down the old paradigm of what we thought love was and brings it into a total new unconditional love, which is beyond what our mind can fathom, right? So Gemini, there is a clinging when you are looking externally still, and confusion. There is a possibility that this counterpart, this person, is actually still hanging on to you and clinging to you and kind of doing this back and forth energy and not letting you go. But you're actually hoping that this comes to an end and this levels out, that the way the dynamic is going is built off of the wrong foundation, of the wrong ideas, wrong belief systems. There is no right or wrong, but do you know what I'm saying? The illusory, fear-based, things that keep you stuck, and you want it to collapse so that you could move on into a new foundation, essentially. You might also have a fear of it all breaking down, releasing them completely if you haven't released them already, or letting go of them completely. I think that they might have a fear of doing that as well, but they can't balance out their energies quite yet. Because they even come out as still that same energy, even more immature, because as things like rock itself, as spirit moves, maybe you're moving away, or as the intensity of this dynamic peaks out, they become less and less mature, run away more, out of fear of even them losing themselves in this, merging with the one. This is the challenge with these relationships. And you have to realize that it's you doing it to you, that you don't want, your soul's teaching you not to lean on anything outside of yourself for love, that it's all within you, and that it wants you to discover that. It takes away all the things that are in the way and creating illusion, an illusion of separation, so that you can learn that lesson and not feel separate, but feel whole and complete, okay in your aloneness, which I feel like is what you are. It's already revealed to you, okay? It's creating a sense of totality, unity within. This whole dynamic is teaching you a huge lesson, Gemini. Huge, 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 huge. Yeah. It's funny because I keep saying, like, I don't want to do twin flame readings. I want to do, like, it's a program. I want to, like, move beyond that. But, it's like, it's a buoy. It's an anchor to help us move up to the next level, the next, to help us let go completely into the unknown. There's a little bit of anchoring in this dynamic, okay? And it's huge. It's a divine work to encourage you to be free, okay? But you also have to realize it's set up for that. It has karma to it. So, sorrow. So this is actually, this card isn't exactly the story of this card. This is Ananta. I think that's his name. He is Buddha's disciple. He worked with Buddha until Buddha died. And this is when Buddha died, he was really sad because he didn't attain enlightenment. Well, after he cried in the sorrow, in the sorrow and the pain of the death of Buddha, he realized he wasn't separate from Buddha. He awoken through his pain, through his sorrow. That was the portal to his consciousness, to his awakening, to the realization that he was not separate from Buddha, he was the Buddha. And this is what this relationship is doing for you, And spirit, your soul is very intense about this. You asked for this. You asked for this. Your soul wants this for you. This relationship's a blessing, a sign. Just like numbers and synchronicities, this is a sign that you are moving into a higher consciousness. You are moving into awareness, enlightenment, your soul, your truth, limitless potential. This is all to look forward to. Be very playful as you shift into this higher consciousness. Let go of issues of betrayal. Be very patient with yourself and allow this to birth, okay? Scorpion energy. There will be a day where I do not have to read this, but I have to. I know a lot of people know this one. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. You are in that place, you know. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them. Yes, I think you are very involved in your career, actually. And that's what's helping you get through as well and keeping you stable. Career is important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpions heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpio card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. And I see that. You've been burned, okay? It might be, you know, a situation where you need to express yourself to the person, but also sometimes it's best in these kinds of relationships because they are you, okay? So the resolve a lot of times is better from within, you know? But writing notes about your feelings, pay attention to the red flags. I think that has already happened. I think you've already seen the red flags. But yeah, writing a note and telling the person your feelings sometimes can just bring you to a place and trust the divine, trust the soul is guiding this whole thing. Okay, I'm just gonna say something else. This is how you can reconcile, like, if you're still in a state of like anger and blaming the external is blaming yourself, blaming your soul for the let go of control issues. Yeah, there's I need to let go of the control issues and trust the divine, trust your soul, trust what's happening is for the greater good of everybody involved. There's a mess on my couch, huh? My jackets. I have 2 jackets now. So anyway, there was another cards I wanted to pick. But anyway, what I was gonna say is sometimes if you say out loud all the things that you're angry at the other person about, like you, and do it like blame them for your feelings. Like just go ahead and go there. Blame them for your feelings. Like, you did this and this to me, and because of you, I feel like this and this and this. You will see your pattern that you've been looping in since the childhood usually. And you'll see how you recreated that patterning. And it kept replaying because you projected it out because that was a pattern you had in your subconscious. So this is a portal experience into your subconscious programming. And then you can see the part that that person played in revealing those aspects to you. And it's revealing you to yourself and how you are helping yourself awaken from the dormant, sleepy patterns of the looping, the Groundhog's Day that never ends. So that's a definite, and then when you do that, you can like name the contract. You can see the purpose of the contract. And a lot of times then it becomes your own. You own it again. It's yours. You bring your power back to yourself and you can move out of those loops. And when they come back, you are aware of what it's doing and how the mind is working to keep you anchored into the old patterning, which you want to be free from. This is all about freedom. Freedom from the illusion of separation. Okay. Yes. Is there any more I want to do? This is a good read. And hard. I know like you probably are going through some hard times. I know that this stuff is really, really painful. But yeah, I think you're going to move into a state of patience as I think you are, well, you're moving into harmony and enlightenment. And I still see your playful energy in here and your willingness to work. All right. And your passion to work. So go inside. Definitely the outside world has got a lot to There's a lot of clinging going on the outside. I think some more inner healing would be beneficial for you at this time, and will bring you to a state of a new level of consciousness. I hate saying it like that. State of awareness of who you are, your truth, and what your soul's doing. What this story is doing is actually from love. Okay. Karmic relationships. Okay. Well, can it be any more clear than that? Or Orion energy. I think Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. You know, as we expand in consciousness, as we embody more light into our vessel, there is going to be polarity. We are going to see and be exposed to the shadow, and need to integrate it all and accept it all and allow it to move and dance and that whole thing. I feel like Orion, and I don't know a lot about the different planets and aliens and stuff like that, but they're all aspects of us nonetheless, so we can pull in those archetypes. I feel like the Orion energy is dark. It is a planet of darkness. It went into that. It shifted in that dark place as other planets have come from a place, a lighter density. So like a lot of oppression and things like that from there. Karmic relationships. Karmic. Sorry, it's H-I-J. Okay. Sorry, it's all in alphabetical order. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity, even unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were a part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. These things just like reiterate the down read. So, I mean, if you're relating to this, all these cards are in sync with each other. So this is definitely a message for somebody. Polarity causes conflict, highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Exactly. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open up our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. Yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. You can soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view. How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities? So, I mean, clearly it's about forgiveness and growing closer in unconditional love. So, you know, a lot of the old ways is someone wrongs you, you run away, you separate yourself more from them and judge them, judge yourself, judge the situation. And really, we're learning not to judge anything, but accept all is as it should be for the greater good. Allow conflict to bring you closer to yourself, maybe that person, through forgiveness, or that aspect of you that you find separate, you unify with it. Okay? And really coming from a heart space, this heart space that we are trying to move into, the physical heart space has no polarization. There's no magnetization. There's no things that cause separation. It brings it all together in unity. And so find that place in your heart, like feel the energy moving around in there and get to the center where the energy stops and just rest in it. That is the place of unity, or unity consciousness. This is the place of the observer. This is the place of stillness. It's a good physical meditation exercise, like, you know, where you visualize, or just observe what's not you. Okay. I think that's all I have for you, Gemini. You can get a read from me if you would like. please like, share, and subscribe. Support this channel. That would be awesome. And yeah, Gemini, we are all one. We are all going through this together. You're not alone. You are not alone. And just open your heart to the blessings that are coming to you, because this is an honor and a blessing to have this kind of conflict for your freedom, for the realization of yourself. And yeah, you're coming into a new level of awareness and consciousness, okay? Which does unify, which does bring in harmony, okay? This is your path. So yeah, that is all I have for you. Take care.